Welcome to the Stickers on the Mic podcast, brought to you by StickerGiant.com, where we talk with our customers about how they started their business, how they're marketing their brand, and how they're growing their company. Without further ado, it's time for the Stickers on the Mic podcast from Sticker Giant. Let's get on with the show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Stickers on the Mic. Andrew with you here once again. Very excited to be dialing in Destiny Butler in Atlanta, Georgia. Destiny, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It's so good to be here.
Nice. Well, you are here because I saw one of your awesome stickers on Instagram. As listeners of the show will know, this is a big place where a lot of engagement happens with our customers. And you have a brand called Destiny Darcel.
Yes. I'm glad you said it correctly. Yes.
I try. So let's just talk about what Destiny Darcel is as a brand and how it came to be. You know, when we were talking before we started rolling, you said it started in quarantine. So a little over 2 years ago. Let's just talk about like the genesis of Destiny Darcel.
Okay. Well, in undergrad, I had a lot of little like internships and things where I was doing graphic design work. I was never drawing, but I was really good in Photoshop. Photoshop was my thing. Like I can manipulate anything. Like I have a good time in there. So I was doing a lot of like making flyers and things like that. And one day, I think it was my senior year after I just graduated college, I made a Finsta called Destiny Darcel. I know Finstas are supposed to be fake Instagrams, but I named it my actual name. But anywho, that wasn't the point. I didn't understand at the time. So I made a Finsta called Destiny Darcel, and I started posting like little like Photoshop work I was doing. Like I would like cut myself out of pictures and like, make collages of myself, just cute little stuff like that. And so like I stopped using the page. I was in grad school. I was working at Apple. I loved Apple. So like I thought that's where my career was going. And then COVID hit. And school felt like such a burden on my life. Like I could not do school. Like I was not having a good time. It was too many assignments. I felt like it was too much for me. So I stopped doing grad school and I started focusing on just working at Apple and playing on Instagram because all we had was all the time in the world. So one day I decided to jazz up my Instagram and I was like, this should be so cute. Like I'm going to add little things I see with color schemes. It's going to be so cute. So I saw an illustration that another artist did. And I took that illustration, put it in Photoshop and just adjusted a few things to make it more me. And I tagged the artist and the artist reported it for copyright infringement.
Oh my gosh.
And at the time, I felt like that was just the meanest thing ever. Like, I don't know why she would ever do that to me. And I even tagged her. So it's not like I was saying it was mine. And I felt like that was so mean. And I had so much time on my hands. And I said, I bet I could do it better. And so then I called my dad and I asked him to buy me an iPad. He bought me an iPad and all the time in the world, literally quarantine, I started drawing. Mm-hmm. And I had never drawn prior.
I was about to say, so you were using Photoshop and you're confident in that platform. I use a lot of Photoshop. I teach Photoshop. And I was wondering, are you still working in Photoshop for this stuff?
Rarely. Like I still love Photoshop, but I rarely do it. Like when it comes to like perspective warping or something like that, like when I put the stickers in one of my one of my prints, I did Photoshop for that, but okay. I don't use it much.
So you're using, what are you using? Illustrator, an iPad app to draw or whatever?
I use Adobe Fresco on my iPad. It used to be Adobe Draw, but they changed it recently to Adobe Fresco. I love Adobe Fresco.
Really?
Yes, because I know a lot of artists in digital illustration use Procreate.
Yeah.
But they don't have a vector brush. Like they only have pixels. And that just drives me crazy. Like it's like something with my eyes. Like I can't stand looking at pixels. Like,
no. I like vector. I mean, I'm an Illustrator person and we use a lot of it here at Sticker Giant. And anyway, I love it. And so what you're doing here is these are vector drawings though, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And so you were talking about stickers. So let's like dive in. Obviously, this is Stickers on the Mic. You have a few different designs. So where do you come up with that inspiration for some of these designs?
Oh, a lot of it is scrolling on Instagram and Twitter all day. Pretty much. I've curated my timelines to be like exactly what I need them to be the exact inspiration that I need.
Right.
My Twitter and Instagram timelines. So a lot of that comes from like other artists or other designers. And I like take like a bunch of like my inspiration, their inspiration, and just put it all into one like illustration.
Nice. And then, so Destiny Darcel goes from being like a Finsta and a way to not be too bored. And then you have this little like, you're just talking about this sort of incident, and it kind of like thrust you into like wanting to take this on more for yourself. So then how does a Finsta like that go to 67,000 followers and growing a brand around it with a website where you're selling stuff?
It definitely wasn't a planned journey or very intentional at first. It kind of just fell in my lap, and it had to be something that I created into a brand and be something that I, made work. But initially, like I was just kind of like working out of my DMs. Like I would post like illustrations, and then someone would DM me and ask for one. And I think I was charging like $15 for them. I look back at those DMs sometimes. But I think I was charging like $15, like working out of DMs till it becoming like everybody was in quarantine. So everybody was on social media all the time. And so that's kind of how I like garnered my following, like using a lot of hashtags, commenting on a lot of people's pictures that are in the same niche as me. Like that kind of thing is how I like garnered attraction. And since everybody was on Instagram, like everybody was there. So like it was easy to do it that way. And so then my clientele started picking up to the point where I couldn't charge $15 anymore, because then everybody wants something and I don't have time for everybody to want something.
Well, and you can't do it custom. You'd rather just say, just go on to the website and grab, you want Afro Day 2020, buy that one, buy Afrocentric, buy Akira, buy whatever, so that it's just productized and you can live your life and do what you got to do.
Yes. And then once it started picking up more and like the clientele starts coming and then all the followers start coming, then I had to be a lot more intentional, a lot more like aware of my branding and that kind of thing. So
how did you, so that's a good point. Cause like you clearly, you're doing a lot of like color studies. And when you scroll the Instagram, it's a green or a purple, or you're doing the blue, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like you're going on a color for a little while and everything is that, right? But of course, there's some colors that are very constant for you, and that's important too to your brand. But how did you decide to go to you said you had a lot of inspiration, but it's like a very pastel-y, like what does that look like when you're creating? I want to use these colors. I want to put them like this, right?
Oh, it definitely kind of depends. Now that I'm posting myself more on my Instagram, that has transformed my reasoning for some things. And it's kind of colors that'll look good on me. Right.
Well, it's funny you say that, because it's like it will be a picture of like your nails are green, and then everything that follows is green in that vibe for like 6, 7, 10 photos, whatever, how many days. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty much what looks good on me and like what colors I want to be wearing at that time. And like the months, like what color I feel like the months are.
The season too. It's a seasonal thing, right? Right. And there's trends. Trends. Yeah. So you said you were bringing more of yourself into there. So like it is a personal brand because it's Destiny Darcel. That's your middle name, I presume. Right? So like, exactly. So then, but it's also hair accessories and it's postcards and stickers and stuff like that. So how do you mix those two? Or obviously you feel like it looks like there's a lot of overlap for you.
There is a lot of overlap for me. Because I'm a girly girl, and I'm a Black girl. And so like, I know like the things that I like am dying to buy when I go into the store, and like, it just kind of goes with my aesthetic. So like, I love bonnets. I have like 10 bonnets for no good reason. So like, as a Black girl, like, it's just like a part of my journey and a part of my story. So like, I know people would want to love my art, and like, why not put my art on bonnets? And so it just like, it becomes like one thing. Cohesive. Right.
That's what I'm saying. You got this luxury satin bonnet. You're saying you love bonnets. You're talking about like designing a custom thing like that. Right. So that's fun. That's on the site, folks. It's destinydarcel.com. You could go into the hair accessories tab there and find those. So you're 2 years in. Things are going well enough that you can keep doing this, right? Like what's next, I guess, for Destiny Darcel?
Yeah, I've had to be very intentional about that as well now because like this is literally like changed my life. Like this is my little life now. I'm having such a good time. But next I have to go into more merch because my community is like always on me, like DMing me, messaging me, everything, emailing me, like exactly what they want next.
Right. Oh, so, well, there you go. So it's like you're able to take your customer fan base, whatever audience, and they're saying, yo, we want this.
Yes.
So what do they want?
They want planners.
Really? I figured I figured that's where you were going to go. And that is a great segment for us. We had a great talk with Jasmine Foster from Be Rooted. She's amazing. She's in Target now, right? Like, so like, I love the planner space. I have many notebooks myself. So are you trying to do some research around that?
Yes. I told myself that I need to have my mindset together to go full force with this by May 1st.
Okay.
So I'm giving myself 2 weeks to kind of.
Well, because then it's like, it's stickers, it's washi tape. It's like all these things that go within, and then it's like, you got your journal, you got your planner, you got.
Yes, so many like moving arms around it. So I'm going to take my time though. I'm not going to just like roll out a whole bunch of things at one time, but yes, I'm going to do the planners.
That's
and
awesome.
More stickers,
more stickers. Well, so those are low cost and easy to go, and you already know what you're doing with those. So like, what does more stickers look like for you?
I just ordered some stickers recently.
Nice.
That I'm going to put on sale, I think next week.
Awesome.
So yes, more stickers looks like, I think I want to do one sticker a month, just a new sticker every month on pieces that everyone seemed to really like.
Oh, nice.
The girls seem to love them. They said they're high quality. They love them.
That's awesome. So you're making your fans happy. Your fans are giving you ideas. This thing is growing pretty organically for you, and you seem to be, in a good spot. What, obviously you're on Instagram, Destiny Darcel. I presume you're on TikTok as well. Same handle.
I don't post there much because I have not been able to I feel like an old woman. I just have not been able to get the hang of TikTok really. I sit on there all day, but posting, I try my best, but I do have a TikTok. It's Destiny Darcel.
Right.
Someone says Destiny Darcel. It's destinydarcel.com. It's my TikTok name.
Nice. Well, very cool. And kudos to taking the pandemic and doing something with it, right?
Yeah, I did. I really did.
Those are a lot of the stories we're hearing here, especially lately. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and folks out there listening. Like I said, you can get to destinydarcel.com. It's also on Instagram, the same handle. Anything else you want our folks to know about you?
I just want to thank everyone for their support.
Right.
Yes, like you're literally nothing without support. Support goes such a long way, and I'm so thankful.
Nice. Well, very cool. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We say on the show, every sticker has a story. Today, that story comes from Destiny Darcel and the awesome stickers that are both on the site and are coming next. So thank you for joining us, Destiny, and sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
All right, folks, we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging in, and have a good weekend. Be well.
That wraps up this episode of Stickers on the Mic, brought to you by StickerGiant.com. You can download us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, or your favorite podcatcher. Thanks again for listening to Stickers on the Mic. We'll see you next time.